out of it.
There you go.
At the end of the day, you just heard the Aaron Rodgers situation. How could there be such scuttlebutt over a guy that you just want to sign? And Key said it's going to get done. Chris said yesterday, if it doesn't get done, you could envision him ending his career the way his predecessor, of course, Brett Favre, did. We'll see what happens with Aaron Rodgers. So as I'm sure you probably know, Aaron Rodgers is much more than a football player. I'm sure he's shown up on your phone or your television lately doing a little something else. Let's just say, I think I saw the Super Bowl ratings. They were down a little bit. There were 91 million people that watched the Super Bowl on CBS, Tom Brady over Patrick Mahomes. I think I'm going to be able to come up here in the next 15 seconds with at least 3 people that definitely don't know much about football. Aaron Rodgers on his other gig, and let's just say, if we wanted to size it up, what is a moonlighting run for the ages?
In the 1960s, these Midwesterners earned 5 NFL championship trophies. Green Bay Packers? Dennis, go
Try
again,
title
I guess.
for 600.
They swept over the NBA, winning the title every year from 1959 to 1966. Eric?
What are the Boston Celtics?
Oh, you know that one, huh? Okay.
Title ways for 800.
What is a pretty quick wit, Chris? Huh? It's pretty
There
good.
you go. You like it. You like it from Aaron Rodgers. He's done well the last week and a half being the host of Jeopardy.
I think he's done a good job. You should just give him the damn job.
Nah, I don't know about him doing it full time, though, Key.
No, not. They don't have. He doesn't have to. I don't think carry it into.
Yeah, no, it
season,
doesn't. It
right?
doesn't carry into football season. They only film during a certain time of the year, so he'd be able to do it in the off season.
Why not?
Theoretically, I'm just saying that.
Well, why not?
I don't know.
You don't
Key.
think he's moving the needle like that?
I didn't say that. I didn't.
No,
take
I
it
don't
there.
know. I don't know. I'm just saying, give it to him. It seems like he's doing a good job. Seems like people like it.
Okay, all right.
Right?
It's hard
You
to
don't like
disagree.
I feel like Ken Jennings should be the guy. Like former Jeopardy champion.
So he's
he
like
did
the
a good job
all-time
as the
winner
guest host. Yeah, it
as
feels like it should be Ken Jennings, even though Aaron Rodgers has already kind of put it out there that he would love to have that job.
Right. And there's some people that think Rodgers' football intellect is like Jennings' overall intellect, and Aaron Rodgers
And that dude is a
certainly
machine.
no
Ken
question
Jennings is a
about it.
machine, yeah.
So we're sitting here watching our mouths agape, but we don't really know Aaron Rodgers the way A.J. Hawk does. The former Packers linebacker joins us this morning. All right, so I think this has been given rave reviews. A.J., the way you know him, what do you make of the way he has absolutely just come out of the gates here, and we've seen a different side of Aaron Rodgers?
Yeah, I'm not surprised at all, I guess, how well it's going for him on Jeopardy. I've known forever how it's pretty annoying, actually, how big of a fan Aaron is of Jeopardy. If you're ever around him anywhere and Jeopardy is coming on, he has to, shut everything down and go sit on the couch and watch Jeopardy and guess all the answers the whole time while you're having conversations in the kitchen. You can just see him sitting in the corner yelling at the screen if the guy misses something on Jeopardy. So, honestly, it's kind of what I expected. And how he's doing, and I think he would absolutely love to be the full-time Jeopardy host, whether that is starting now while he's still playing or it doesn't happen until after he's done.
I hope he gets it. I do. I really do, AJ. Let me ask you this in terms of football and Aaron Rodgers, the Green Bay Packers contract. How come things are moving relatively slow with a contract extension?
Well, I mean, isn't that a good question? I think it seems like the team wants to have the flexibility to be able to choose, year to year, what they want to do with Aaron, if they want him there, if they want to retire, they want to trade him, whatever it is. And Aaron obviously wants some stability, and he's said many times, yeah, he would love to finish his career in Green Bay, but that's not really up to him. So I think right now, I'm guessing they're sitting there going back and forth, all right, Aaron wants some long-term stability and for them to kind of commit to him. And the Packers are kind of in a weird spot too, saying, well, hey, yeah, we can commit to you, but we just don't know how long we can commit to you. So I'm sure that's what the standoff is now. And I think the longer it goes, if you don't get anything done, I don't know. I don't know how Aaron does finish his career in Green Bay, even though he does want to.
Wow.
Remove yourself from the Aaron Rodgers or Green Bay camps and answer this for me, AJ. How bad will it get if he does not get a contract extension and he's playing for slightly under $15 million this year?
I don't think on the field it's gonna do anything. I think Aaron's gonna come out there and he has a chip on his shoulder no matter what. He wants to go. He's probably thinking, okay, you guys drafted who you think is my replacement. I went out there, I won the MVP of the league. you know what? Let's do it back to back. Let's go MVP 2 times in a row. And obviously that's very difficult to do, but I bet that would be his mindset. But I do think there's a point to where both sides, I don't think there is any animosity there, but I would imagine the longer it goes, and if Aaron's sitting there looking at it, he's probably thinking like, all right, like these guys really don't want me to finish my career, and they just want to see what I'm like 6 months at a time and see if they can keep me or send me away. So I think there definitely can get to a point to where both sides, there's just so much animosity between the two, which I don't know if it'll ever get there. But yeah, the longer it goes, man, and you have a guy like Aaron that was just the MVP and wants to be there, and he's telling you he wants to be there, and they're kind of wishy-washy saying, we don't know, we got to see what we have here and what the future holds. Yeah, I think it could get to a point where it probably wouldn't be a great working relationship.
AJ, with you being in the league, you know that most players would like to end their career with the team that they started with. And with you knowing Aaron Rodgers so well, what would it mean to him specifically to be able to end his career as the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers?
Man, I think it would mean everything to him. And I know he's a NorCal guy and, didn't grow up in the Midwest and Green Bay area or anything. But you know what? Like, he got there 1 year before I did. He got there in 2005, and from the first day he was there, I feel like the whole city kind of embraced him, and he kind of embraced everything there as well. And I think that's grown every single year, every single day he's there. So I think it would mean everything for him to be able to stay with the same team and with all the success he has had in Green Bay. But it's got to be weird for him sitting back now thinking like, wow, there's a very real possibility that I am not going to finish my career in Green Bay. And I think that's probably hard for him even to envision in his mind if he thinks about himself wearing a different uniform.
Let's talk about another quarterback who's in the draft this year and is an Ohio State. Well, I guess he would be an Ohio State Buckeye alum at some point if he hadn't already graduated, in Justin Fields. Where do you think Justin Fields will go in this year's draft, considering that there's so much swirling around his work ethics, his ability to be an NFL quarterback, just all the unnecessary chatter that's going on before the draft?
Yeah, everything going on around him, and it's so weird when we have all this time to evaluate quarterbacks throughout the season, and we saw what Justin Fields did when he first came in and transferred to Ohio State. He pretty much exceeded all the expectations that were placed on him his first year starting. And then this past year, maybe had a few hiccups, but you have so much time to evaluate him. It's like people come up with things to try to make a knock on the guy. I don't believe any of the nonsense or the noise going on saying how he's not a hard worker, he can't pick up offense. It's like there's been a lot of documented stuff to show how intelligent this guy is, and we all know how athletic he is and how he can throw the ball and run and do it, everything. So I'm not sure where he goes, though, just because I don't believe anything that's being said by any team that's out there right now before the draft. Like, there's so much swirling around. There's so many rumors, like who's going to go where. It's going to be a very exciting draft. I just have a hard time believing any of the information that is being put out right now because I don't think anybody really knows, and I think the people that do are only telling one or two people that they work with. But I definitely think Justin Fields goes high, and I think, especially in the right system, he can be an absolute superstar.
AJ, Mel Kiper Jr. came out with his latest mock draft yesterday, and he projected a trade with the Patriots moving up from 15 to 10 to take Justin Fields. I wanted to ask you, since you're close to the program, where do you think the best fit for Justin Fields would be in the NFL?
Well, New England wouldn't be a bad fit, I feel like. You get to play for McDaniels and Bill Belichick, and with all the pieces that New England has brought on throughout this free agency period, I think that's a very intriguing fit when you sit there and you think about it and you look at it. And, oh, by the way, they got Cam Newton that could kind of mentor you as well throughout the year. I think New England's an intriguing spot. Man, I think even Atlanta, it gets me a little bit curious of what Justin Fields would look like if he was down there behind Matt Ryan for a little bit. And, man, other than that, like anywhere he goes, I just think he needs to make sure whoever is calling the plays, whoever is the offensive coordinator, and I say it all the time,